Thank you for stopping by Ballistic BBQ. On this video, I'm going to be cooking up a little over 9-pound brisket, hot and fast, on the pit barrel cooker. Let's get going. And here is the brisket I'm cooking today. This is a little over 9 pounds. This came from Porter Road in Nashville, Tennessee. These guys are awesome. And I know I'm going to be asked, what grade is this? And the interesting thing is, it's not graded. Basically, Porter Road is a really small operation. They're hands-on from beginning to end till the final process. They are regulated by USDA, but they have elected not to pay the extra fees for having their meat graded. And the reason is they're putting out killer products. I mean, so far everything I've had, and I've tried their ribeyes, I've had picanha, hamburgers, hot dogs, and they all rate right up there in the prime, very high choice to high prime. But they don't have to charge as much for their meat, so I think that's a good thing. And this brisket's gorgeous. It's already pretty well trimmed. I'm just going to do a little light trim on this, and then we'll get to the next step, which is going to be the injection. And now for that injection, I'm using Kosmo Q's Reserve Blend and his Moisture Magic. Now, I was actually hanging out with Kosmo in Oklahoma City last week. We were talking briskets. I was picking his brain for the hot and fast stuff, and he told me that some of the best hot and fast briskets that he has done has been off the pit barrel cooker. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I've basically kind of ripping off a lot of his technique here, because I'm new to the whole hot and fast game, so I'm trying to learn. So what I've done was I've taken 1/2 cup of the Reserve Blend, a tablespoon of that Moisture Magic, and I've mixed it with 1.5 cups of distilled water. So we'll get the brisket in a foil pan. And I'm basically going to just give an injection about every inch and a half or so. All right, that's looking good. So I'm going to get this out of here. The reason I'm taking it out of the pan is so you guys can see the rub going on here. So my initial plan was to use Kosmo's cow cover and his beef brisket rub on this, but I'm out of both of those. So I'm using actually what I consider to be more of just a really, really good all-purpose rub. This is Kosmo's Dirty Bird. I'm going to lay down a layer of that. Then I'm going to top that with a dry rub. This is from the Salt Lick out of Texas. Just want to add that I actually do have those rubs, those Kosmo's rubs on order, but they're supposed to be arriving sometime today, towards the end of the day. So it's a little late on that. This will be good. I went a little heavier on the Dirty Bird on this, the lean side here. All right, what I'm going to do now is just sort of let this rest, let it sweat. In the meantime, I'm going to go outside, get that pit barrel roaring, and then I'll meet you guys outside. All right, so here's the setup. I'm using Kingsford lump charcoal. I'm not using any wood because there's actually a lot of wood blended in with that Kingsford lump. Normally I would have the lower damper set at the lowest setting because of how close I am to sea level here. I have it open just a hair more than I normally would, and we're not using the rebars, we're not hanging the meat, and the rebars actually act as, you know, part of the air damping system as well. But again, I'm going off of Kosmo's tutelage here. It'll run hotter without the rebar in there. So for this particular cook, I am not using the rebar. I'm going to place that grate in here, the brisket down, and I'm going fat cap down. And we are cooking. So what I'm going to do now is just basically monitor the color and the firmness of the bark. Once that bark has set and I have a color that I want, we are going to be wrapping it with foil. So I'll be seeing you in a bit. We are at 1.5 hours now. It's time to spritz, and I'm going to use water. I'm following a cue from old Kosmo here. It's looking good. All right, and I will be checking on this brisket again in about 30 minutes or so. We are 3.5 hours in. I'm happy with the color of this brisket. Time to wrap. So the cool thing is literally 5 minutes ago, UPS rolls up. I got my shipment of Kosmos in. So right here I have 1/2 bottle of Kosmos Brisket Mop mixed with 2 cans of beef consommé. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the bark here. This smells unbelievable. I'm just going to pour a little bit on the side here. All right, let's get this back on the pit. So at this point, I'm monitoring for tenderness. I'm hoping that it'll be done again within that 5-hour mark. See you guys in a bit. Okay, we are at 4 hours, 45 minutes, and this is probing tender. Temperature, for those who want to know, is 209 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off the pit now, take it inside the house. I'll vent the foil, and I'm going to let it rest 45 minutes, an hour before we slice it up. See you guys in the kitchen. I'm looking forward to this. And here we are. It smells so good. It's unbelievable. Cannot wait to try this out. Let's go ahead and I'll start slicing some flat first, and then I'll go with the point here. Pretty good, pretty good. It's definitely, there, you got a smoke ring there. See it? Nice pull. Yeah, it's juicy. Wow. Pretty darn happy with that. Pretty darn happy. I mean, if I were to make burn ends, I would be pleased with that. Again, really nice smoke ring. So I'm really happy with the moisture here. I'm sure a lot of that was due to, Kosmo's injection. I'm really happy with the way that the pit barrel performed. That thing just does it all. I mean, for the price you pay for a pit barrel cooker, it's insane. I mean, it does everything. I mean, it does things that $3,000+ smokers do. So that's awesome. Anyway, so check out my friend Kosmo's channel. I'll have a link up here. He's a great guy, a wealth of information. I've learned so much from him, and his products are killer. They're really good. And he's giving a lot of, the knowledge that he's accrued over the years to us on his videos. So smash his subscribe button. He likes it when you do that. If you haven't subscribed to me, smash mine as well while you're at it. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Again, guys, if you had any suggestions or requests, let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.